Kelly and Dick sang at church today. They did a duet. Dick and Kelly.
I told her I'd like to hire. I'd like to get George Bush with the helicopter to come and get me, and we'd go right up there, and then and George and I stand on the front seat and let them do the thing. Now, isn't that a good idea?
Well, I think they made a videotape of it.
I know. Isn't that great?
You can see it.
Yeah, we'll play the video for
You can see the video.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
They probably would give you their autograph if you asked them.
Well, I'd be happy to. I'd be. Isn't this great? He used to just come in at the end, and I don't even know about an hour ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a cute little dress.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, I love it. Those little pants and the dress to go.
She loves this quilt. She sucks her thumb and
Well, we stopped and got some Chinese food for lunch. Did you have a good lunch?
Oh, yes, I did. I had soup. I had a nice beef, a vegetable soup. And I had a banana. And I had 2 slices of rye bread with that swirl around it, like, you know, with pumpernickel.
Oh, yes.
I ate 2 slices of that and like a big bowl of soup.
Good.
And then I had, I ate the banana and Jell-O with milk cream.
Taste of your toe there, she's
Well, that's all right. Isn't that funny how they make those?
I was trying to count how many great-grandchildren you had this morning. Do you know how many you have?
Am I right?
How many great-grandchildren?
Oh my Lord, I think it's 24.
I think you have 25 with Sydney. Sydney 25?
I don't know, honey. I've lost track.
I think that, I was trying to count this morning, I think there's 25.
I probably have.
Scott and Debbie have 2, right? Yeah, and Sydney's 25.
I don't know. I've got to start
You
out and
have a
count.
bunch.
Now, if that isn't a group, I give up. It's a wonderful group.
Yeah, it's a big group. Lots of babies.
Oh my Lord. You just start to think of the family like that.
It's big.
I'm thinking of more and more.
13 grandchildren, right? 13?
I've got 12 grandchildren.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do that things every day,
Yeah. I think there's 25 great-grandchildren.
But you just have to like 4 children. And look at like that.
Quite a crowd.
But the only one that had the most was Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not all those guys got over it too. Bobby, if you had a plan, it's gone right over the top.
That's right.
We went by your old house on High Street the other day.
Yeah, that's been so tight.
Yeah, it sure looks nice.
Just see how they built up out there.
Another house behind it.
I could never understand that.
Almost used the same driveway.
Uh,
They have 2 driveways right
That
now.
was the craziest thing. Who bought a house way down in there?
I don't know.
You know, I never could believe.
That was
They
your...
used to make fish salad.
Why did he
Okay.
call you Tommy?
I don't know, guys, because I was always with him. I go, he's at Muskrat and being traps out and catch them salad. He says, oh, for a good price.
Really?
And I used to always go with him to the trap. I loved to see the animals in the trap. And I just like a little tomboy.
Oh, that's why he called you Tommy, because you were like a tomboy.
Yeah, there's Bobby Tran, and Danny Boy calls me Tommy. Danny Boy said, well, hi Tommy, how are you today? You met that.
Yes, I know. Dee.
When was that, Mom?
and-
How old were you when? How old were you when you went fishing with your
I
father?
used to be about 5 years old.
Oh,
So I
like
sat out in the boat.
Skylar.
Then I got older. I used to catch them pots. I could throw my line in. Like Sally and I used to bait her own hook.
Really?
With worms. And
Did
you
you
go
do
down
that?
to-
Was this in Newport?
Yeah.
Would put her
Newport,
on-
Maine.
Well,
That's
we lived right near the water, right near the
Would you
Lake
do that?
Sebastopol.
You would do
All
that?
we had to do was walk as far as me at the end of that, where that picture is, and there was the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd go fishing.
What water was it? Lake what?
The Sebastopol.
Sebastopol?
Huge, great big lake, beautiful, great big lake.
Sebago, isn't it?
Huh?
Sebago?
No, honey. The Sebastopol.
Sebastopol.
Tobago, way back in Wyndham.
Oh,
That's what this is Newport.
huh.
Huge, gorgeous place.
What is your earliest memory?
Huh?
What's your earliest memory?
Oh, going to dances on the big pavilion over there. Ah, dance.
Nana was
These
quite a
big-
dancer.
These big bands, my father and mother and all the parents, folks went and danced.
Oh, you remember seeing your parents dancing? at
Oh,
the dance?
I never went to a dance till I was 16 years old alone. No, father and mother were beautiful dancers. Dad and I used to swing around the corner to reach the band. He spilled me around.
Huh. So
Oh,
that's where
really?
you got your love of dancing, I
Oh,
guess.
those are the days.
Huh?
What kind of music was it?
Huh?
Big band music? What kind of music was it?
Those are the big band.
Big band.
Oh, yeah. Especially when I waited on tables down by Harbor. Harry James and all the big bands. All the bands, they were great big bands. The beautiful ballroom down there by Harbor.
Was that Glenn Miller? Was Glenn Miller big?
Yeah, all the big bands. The children today don't have a dance. If they could only have a dance along the dance.
You know, that kind of dancing is in
All of
again.
them. It's fancy ballroom dancing. I used to wear evening gowns and 3-inch spikes.
That made you over 5 feet, didn't it, Nana?
Made me tall and I felt pretty big. Well, I had some nice clothes. See, I waited on table. And there was a lady in Bangor that saved all these sample dresses. See, I only weighed about 108 pounds. I was little,
Right.
tiny little thing. But I was solid as a brick. And these dresses would come in. And the first one she'd pick up was me. And she'd sell them to me dirt cheap.
Uh-huh.
And boy,
Because you looked so good in them.
oh yeah. And then I used to see, when I went to Gorham Novel School, I went to my senior prom and my junior prom. So I had those two lovely gowns. So when I waited on tables down by Harbor, but you know, I had them gowns.
Do you remember what they looked like?
Oh, almost. I know one was a beautiful all lace like, and it was kind of a beige.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one, was kind of an orchid or something, and they had the beads on it.
Oh,
I like
really?
diamonds. It had kind of a little case of diamonds. And it came in like those, they fitted and went out. Some of them old styles are coming back. You've probably seen them, how they go in like that in the crowd.
Right. Oh, it sounds beautiful.
That was the kind of a dress I was married in.
Uh-huh.
It was orchid. Orchid silk.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of you in your wedding gown. Do you,
I haven't got it. I haven't got a picture.
don't you have
of
any
it.
pictures?
I don't know whatever happened to it.
Huh.
I don't know where it
Well,
is.
that's too bad.
So did you meet Grampy at one of those dances?
Huh?
Did you meet Grampy at one of those dances?
He used to go to dances with me.
Is that how you met?
No, it's a long story. No, I just don't know him. Anyway, it's a long story. He, you know, where the sun. But it's a long story. But I didn't. He used to go. His grandfather had was superintendent of another main packing company. Where they can all kinds of garden beans, string beans, all kinds of vegetables. Every summer he used to be up in Kerner, Maine, down in St. George's, Delaware, in the winter, canning. So anyway, he had worked for his grandfather in the summer up in Kerner. So I went with a girl named Muriel Sprague.
Oh, he had a girlfriend.
Yes, and well, she wanted him. She wanted him all the time, and even every Saturday night, she would have her parents invite him over for beans. I say they used to go to those dances over here at campgrounds, and like I did. But she never allowed him to dance with anybody else.
Oh,
But he looked over at me and gave me a wink.
oh no.
And they wanted to dance. Well, anyway, so then he left Canada and went to work for A Beach store in Portland. And that's when I was going to go to normal school.
Hello, Bobette.
So I was at a dance one night at the Arcadia Ballroom. And all of a sudden, I looked and there was Herb. And my God, I never, he left Corinna just to get rid of Muriel.
Oh,
He
just to
did
get
not.
rid of Muriel.
Yeah, he had to get rid of Muriel. He didn't know what he was going to do. So he said to me, I've been going with a guy, not to dance. He didn't need anything, but he's a good dancer.
Oh,
So he'd take me out to eat and we dance. But that was all. Then he'd take me back to school. The trolleys didn't run back to normal school on Sunday. So,
you took the trolley to Portland?
yes.
Uh-huh.
And I stayed with a girl that went to normal school too, in Woodford. So Ed says, okay, my roommate and I stayed on Deering Street that night. And so Ed says, first of all, he said, I'll meet you at around 12:30, take you back to school. Well, in the meantime, this guy that I'd been going out with, if he didn't call a half an hour earlier. So I went back to normal school with Ray. Herb called for me at the place, and I was not there.
Oh, no.
I should have stayed and waited. So he didn't like that. Then he went to California, and he worked for Warner Brothers, and so forth. And I don't know, it's a long, long story.
Warner Brothers movie?
Yeah,
I
they
wanted
just
to know
started.
that.
Well, then he decided that wasn't for him. So we went back to Oklahoma, with Graham Colby's an uncle and cousin, and studied law for a year. And then the grandparents get sick or something, come home. Every day, they always, no matter what they ever did, come home. See, his mother died when he was 6.
Right.
He and Arnold was 9. And his father brought him up here
Another one over
after
there.
the mother died. And
The
he had to have a governor.
That one is the same.
Then he went to the First World War. Then the grandparents looked after him. And it's a long story to tell.
Just
So he came back to Maine
Yeah.
from Oklahoma.
And then, he was, it's so much to tell, I forgot half of it. And then he went for his, he went with his grandparents down at St. George's, Delaware every winter. He went for them. Then back to Corinna in the summer. And his grandfather retired as superintendent. And him, when he got married, was superintendent of the Northern. Then he worked for Bed. When Marlene was born, he was working for Bed Dye Pots and Food. He moved out to Cannon Factory, and it was Bed Dye.
There's so much talking.
Yeah, I got the rest.
Yeah. Well, I know some of it.
And so anyway, he worked up there summers. And then
in
the winter.
Corinna, and you were in Corinna too then?
Yeah, Marlene was born. We went up there in April, and then left November. Marlene was born in Corinna that year. Then we went back to North Wyndham. And there wasn't any jobs to get to do, so they did the tree time in here. Oh, first of all, remember we went to Cambridge, Maryland. Oh,
okay.
he had a wonderful job down there with Phillips Packaging Company. All set, big money, and they put him ahead of some of the guys that have been there 7 years, because he knew the business from the beginning to end. Down there just 3 months. Come on,
Okay, go to the same
Grandma said she was dying,
that you.
and Graham Colby's nephew, a second cousin or something, wrote to him and he said, I cannot do anything with those old people, with your grandmother. And she said she's dying. He said, here you are, you just got a wonderful job, and don't come home. They even had somebody would stay right at the house. No. So finally, Colonel Phillips said, Herb, go up there and stay and see if you can straighten those old people out. Herb said, oh, Colonel Phillips. He said, I know I can't do anything with my grandmother. We didn't know, but she might be on a deathbed. We stayed with Sally and our husband in Crew Garden that night. We left Maryland that morning, stayed all night. The next night, we got into North Window. Graham Colby met us at the door. And the biggest life, she didn't have an ache or a pain. How abusive
What a
can
manipulator.
anybody be? She ruined our life. Then didn't have any job. So he was on that brown-tail moth project, climbing trees for $12.50 a week.
That was like during the Depression, wasn't it?
I guess so. Oh, so we had some hard times. Then he sold insurance for Prudential. And then he worked for Baxter's Brothers in Portland, Slovenia. They used to travel on these bean shows.
Bean shows?
Yes. They had these pots of beans that were quite electricity. They bean whole beans. They're really bean whole beans. And he had a lady that wore a Puritan costume, and she used to go with him. They'd have these big shows in Portland, down in Brunswick, different places. So he was gone a lot, and I was there with the old folks. And he'd come home weekends. So that's. And now then so forth, so on. So that's what he did. Then he got into Navy, and that was it. Then we moved to after that, and so we finally broke away. We got somebody. Grandpa died. Then we finally got somebody to take care of.
Oh, you didn't have to stay with her until she died then.
No.
Well, that's good.
So we got a nice lady to take care of her. And but that was doing then. Now we're doing in the war, you know.
Uh-huh.
And so and we got a place up the acres, and that's that. There's a lot more in left and out, but
Sure.
it's a long story.
Well,
It goes from it's mixed up in and out. And it's an awful lot to tell.
And then you took care of
Huh.
your father. You
I had my father
spent
for
your
that.
life taking care of people, haven't
I
you?
had 6 years, then I had Barbie, and the 2 kids.
Oh,
with
that's
me.
right.
The word mama was never spoken.
Hmm.
That was the hardest part of my life. That I thought I never could take it. Every time I looked at them, dear Lord, get the guy.
I guess Cheryl was about this age, wasn't she?
Oh, she was only 10 months old.
Oh, she was younger than
I had to
Cassie.
train her and everything.
What you doing, you monkey girl?
Sometimes you wonder how you can do so much.
I know.
It's only been years since I had that awful serious operation,
Uh-huh.
but I had to do it.
You've always done what you had to do, haven't you?
Then Blaine and they were over there, they were sore, and I want to go back to Nana Conan. They made it awful hard
Oh,
for Bobby.
really? He
Oh.
wanted to stay with
But
you.
Bobby had a hard time because they wanted to come back to my house.
Hmm. Where were they then? At Ann's house?
They'd gone back over to Bobby and Barbara's.
Oh, when Barbara got
See, I had them all to their little short honeymoon, but they wanted to come back to my house. Especially Blaine. The little Cheryl wasn't that. You know, she wasn't that old to realize.
Right.
But I took the kids shopping and everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And after all, I don't even been a year since I had that operation.
Uh-huh.
That was a serious, serious operation.
That was a tough
If I
time,
hadn't that
wasn't it?
doctor there, I wouldn't be here today. If I hadn't had such a wonderful doctor. Never. He saved my life. I went one day about a year ago over to the country club. Who do you suppose I saw? That dear Dr. Thayer.
Really?
I got right up out of my seat and went right over and kissed him on the forehead.
He is still
Just
alive,
like
huh?
that. And I'd do it again. He's a dearest. He calls all his patients dear. Oh, I loved him.
He's been around a long time.
Oh, he's smart. Never a surgeon like Dr. Thayer.
Huh.
Oh my
Is
God.
he still practicing?
Oh.
Is he
No,
still a
no,
doctor?
he's just a big surgeon.
He's-
No, he don't do
He would be
baby.
very old.
Oh, he's a surgeon there.
He does he
Operate.
doesn't still operate?
Abdominal, all abdominal.
He doesn't still operate.
He's retired 2 years ago.
Oh, just 2 years ago.
Oh, goodness me. He is so brilliant. I bet he could take a page and I could tell you word for word. He was only 33 when he operated on me.
Oh, is that right?
He was in Boston. Dr. Liam from Portland called him to come to Portland, but to
Portsmouth?
yeah, to Portsmouth.
Uh-huh.
That's how great he is.
Huh.
And everybody loved him. Oh,
Sounds like you still do.
oh. Yeah, oh, when he retired, I tell you right now. Oh, he's a sweetheart. But you know, some doctors are like that. You
Uh-huh.
get some of these old grouches and scared to death.
So what about your doctors now? Are they good?
Yes, I get Dr. Cole. He's only 3 miles down from me.
Uh-huh.
And then I go and get a hand on these trees, it's right down there.
Right.
So I don't have very far to go. They built a huge new shell store and Home Depot,
Oh, yes. We've been in there.
huge, which is great. We needed both of them.
Uh-huh.
Can you give her her cut, Mom?
You haven't been to Shaw's for a while, have you?
They're having a fit. They
You're
want.
wondering, where is Madeline?
I know. And I get cards from the girls.
Oh, really?
Oh, they send me cards.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
they miss me in there. No, I haven't been shot for 5 weeks.
Did you used to go every week?
Every day? Wasn't it
Oh,
every day?
I trade that. I won't hardly ever go to the new store. It's so big and I can't find it. I'm going back down where I belong.
Right.
Yeah, to my friends.
Weren't you going most every day?
Yep.
I'm going to the bathroom.
I go whether I needed anything or not.
Just to let him know you're still
Yes,
doing
I will.
it.
I get out. Turn the key in the door and away I go.
So you know
Get
where
groceries by the
everything is.
handful.
You know where everything is in that store, huh?
Yeah, but well, it's good for me. Gets me out.
Oh, definitely.
It gets me out of the house. Now I have a girl comes in every other week, trains.
Uh-huh.
So it happened. Other place don't get that dirty.
No, you don't need to be washing floors or
So the heck
anything.
of the housework.
Bobby?
But I cook good meals for Bobby now though.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be different now. I think I'm gonna have to take my time a little bit.
What's Bobby doing today?
Bobby's playing golf with Daryl. And some, I think Daryl brought 2 friends. I don't know if they went with her. I don't know where they're playing. I imagine they went with maybe. I
Shelby's
guess.
up here.
I guess he's up here playing.
Shelby is up here
Yes.
at Darren and Laura's house.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
Scott's
they-
coming next week.
Oh, it's next week? The Todd, the Bobby's playing. I thought this week he's playing with Daryl.
Next week he'll play with Scotty. He's coming next week.
Oh, Todd's coming. Todd's coming
No,
next week?
Scotty.
Scotty Stallings.
Oh, Scotty. I figured he'd want to get up here.
He's in some kind of a tournament up here.
Well, Momo,
Huh.
what would you say is your philosophy of life?
Well, my philosophy of life, for living,
Yeah.
my family.
Mm-hmm. And what about your family?
Well, that love and proud and happiness of my family. I have such a wonderful family. I really just, I'd be lost if I didn't have a wonderful family. Really, it's my whole life. I just live for you kids. Everyone, you stop and think what a beautiful, big family I have. Everyone's so good looking. They're so good.
It's a good thing you don't have an ugly family, right?
All of these kids, they're so wonderful.
Not a convict in the bunch.
And they are so loving. They're so kind. And precious. There's not enough names that I can say them. You married just the right ones.
Well, thank you, Mama.
And I don't know, my life is just, it's been around the children. I talk about you all the time. The nurses even know, they must know every one of you by now. But I've been so proud. And I said, do just stop and think of this family that I have. I said, other mothers have got a wonderful family, but I think mine is special. So really, that's my life. And so, you know, you can't help it. They're all taking such good care of me, and that's so much love, and I've been so happy. I think that's it.
Well, Mom, what would you, if you could have all of us here together, right in front of you, right here, what one thing would you like to tell us more than anything
I
else?
tell you the same thing. That's why what more can I say? How much I love you, and I want you all to be happy and help one another, and be kind to one another, and live a good life which you already are doing. Always keep happy, and be good, and keep a family together. The larger the family, the better. You know, the Italian people are very, very loving and close.
Yeah, family is very
They are,
close.
and they're wonderful people. I like my dear Louise and Carol, and all, I love them. And you know, and there's nothing like a nice family, honest. And to see some people have children and love, they go to take the wrong road, and the parents have had to worry. I haven't had a night's rest about my children. Really. So a sleepless night worrying about my family. Now that's something to say.
That is.
They've all done good in life, and they've done the right thing, they've been so good. What more can they ask? I've been happy. So that's why, that's my philosophy of life, my family. The whole thing, I like it. And I'm so happy that I thought so many times, suppose I never had any children. Here I am my age, all alone. A lot of my friends have died. What do I do?
Wouldn't that be terrible?
But you know, I do just like somebody else. A lot of people I know never had any children. And they said, oh, I wish I had children. And you know, nobody willing to love them, and
Right.
just friends, just so-called friends. You go to club meetings, you go to church, but you really don't know anybody. So you never really have a true friend.
Right. Nobody loves you like your family.
So there's nothing, I've always loved my family. My family comes first, everything.
Do you want some water? Are you
No,
thirsty?
honey. So don't that make sense? That's all, that's the truth. I don't know what else. My family made my life complete. I wouldn't be happy if I didn't have such a family. I mean, I probably would have to, but I feel depressed. I feel right now, well, maybe I don't know if I want to live or not. But I tried that, I wouldn't live. I want to keep going.
Sure.
That's why
Well, if there's any more great-grandchildren in the future.
I don't know, I just say I just love it. I love life. And everything about life. I don't, that's it, that's what I can think. And that's it, I think.
Well, because you've taken good care of your grandparents and
Oh, yeah.
parents now.
Yeah, I did.
Now people get to take
And I was
care of
always
you.
willing to help Michelle and do things. Everybody else came first. Me second. And I never thought about it. I thought I wanted to help somebody else.
That's true.
And that's one of my life. And I always wanted to please somebody. You Sally, just the opposite about her. If she makes her mind, she wants to do something, she will do it regardless.
No matter what her feelings.
Yeah, like anything, not like me. But going away to school. I've been 1 year and I didn't want to go back.
I know.
Because I was all signed up to go to sales to hairdresser school. I wanted to be a hairdresser.
Parents
I didn't want to teach school just because of Sally's here. And I met this wonderful guy down there, and Andy Higgins. His folks had a lot of money. They had a place down by the harbor. He went to Trinity College. And so I was all signed up to go to Seltzer's hairdresser school. They would pay me and for learning. Sally had a school, the first school, West Hartford, and I was going to stay with her. All right. 1 year at normal school, I said, I don't want to be a teacher, just because she did. I went home from now to East Harvard that summer, getting my second year at school. I said, little Mary Beth, I said to Mother, I am not going to go back to go normal school, that's all. I'm all signed up to go to Seltzer's hairdressing school. Well, Mother said, now, Melvin, you've been 1 year. Why don't you finish? Then go. Little Mary Beth says, by all means, you must finish. You've been 1 year, why give it up? Why throw that away? Graduate. Then if you don't want to teach, go back. Well, how can you go back and get something that you left? You know, stupid me. I did just what they wanted me to do. Instead of heading there feeling stupid, I went back and looked at them pea green walls. And I cried. I'm telling you, I
didn't want to
hated
be there.
I hated it so. I said, how can I ever do good? See, I love the little kids. I've done the second grade, and I love them. No doubt about it. And I was a wonderful teacher, and the kids all love me. But that wasn't the point.